Let's get a little bit more on this with Andrew Morris from 20 Miles More. We were talking about this idea of HS3, a big economic powerhouse created in the north, perhaps, by this new high-speed link. And here is Andrew. Thanks for coming in.
Hi there, Simon.
I heard a statistic today, Andrew, that said that it's quicker to travel from London to Paris than it is from Liverpool to Hull. That's the state of our rail in the north.
Yeah, and that distance from London to Paris is about twice that from Liverpool to Hull. And as your travel section was showing, we're suffering from the age of our rail links, particularly in Liverpool. We haven't even got Victorian rail links. We've got Georgian rail links. That's how old it is. And we're going to have more and more delays unless we get some infrastructure spending.
But this sounds good. Is this in tune with what you want?
Well, we're very much in favour with the concept of what George Osborne has announced today about linking the great cities of the north. We put forward this proposal in essence in our response to the HS2 consultation in January, and it's been very much in the media recently with people like Jim O'Neill, the economist, Goldman Sachs, talking about Liverpool and Manchester coordinating, working more together. But we need some infrastructure spending. And what the problem with what George Osborne has said is that there's been a lot of talk about links between Manchester and Leeds and infrastructure spending there. Nothing, very light on what might happen for Liverpool. And we're already not getting a single pound worth of dedicated infrastructure out of the 50 billion that's being spent on HS2. We need to make sure that this isn't repeated with HS3. And in fact, we look at where the demand is at the moment. There are twice as many people who use the trains between Manchester and Liverpool as there are between Leeds and Manchester.
That line's going to be electrified, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but still, those improvements are going to happen. They're going to happen between Liverpool and Manchester and Leeds. They're all going to be improved, but there are twice as many people who use the link between Liverpool and Manchester already, even though the trains are slower and they cost twice as much per mile for the commuters.
It is ridiculous that it takes, is it something like 45 to 50 minutes to get to Manchester from Liverpool?
Yeah, so at the
That's
moment...
the quick one.
Yeah, in the peak hour, you're looking at about an average speed of about 37 miles an hour, which is what they did in about 1905.
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
So, in principle, you're happy with this, but you want more detail, and you want especially that Liverpool-Manchester element to be fine-tuned and honed.
Well, yeah, we are. And if you look at where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, if you spend it between Liverpool and Manchester, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck because you've not got the Pennines to get over.
Yeah, that's
It's a shorter distance. And not only would it link us to Manchester and Leeds, it would also connect with HS2 and link us to London.
Andrew Morris, great to talk to you. Thanks for coming in. Andrew's from the 20 Miles More campaign. It's BBC Radio Merseyside. You're with me, Simon Hoban.